Hello. I just finished editing a different video, one on Paul Whelan. But during the reading, I just kept getting over and over and over, you can't trust Trump, you can't trust Trump. It's like, okay, that's not a newsflash. That's a day ending in Y. Anyway, so you can't trust him. Yeah, but it was just so strong. So let's ask, why the sudden, is this a suddenly we can't, it's worse, he's more dangerous, what is happening? Why am I suddenly getting a klaxon warning and everybody's got the shakes and the jitters? Can't trust Trump, you can't trust Trump, you can't trust Trump, you can't trust Trump, you can't trust Trump. Why? Can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump. Why? Can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump. Why? Can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump, can't trust Trump. Can't trust Trump. Can't trust Trump. Why? Because he's a cornered animal. Okay. Yeah. Or maybe I'm just being dense here, but we know this is not new. It goes back to the bankruptcies. He was willing to do anything. He was going to lose everything. What a lot of people don't realize about Trump's, the real estate thing he was in, and even some of his marketing of himself, and telling the short, stupid stories and all the stuff on the campaign trail. I don't know if you've read any books by, what was his name, Kiyosaki? The Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy. The Rich Dad, Poor Dad books were about how the guy had his own father who was a professor, and then he was kind of mentored by his friend's father. And the friend's father was invested in real estate, and he knew all about business. And there was all of this back and forth. So he learned, his own father was saying, you have to go to school, you have to get a career so you can get a job. And then this other father was saying, no, you've got to go into real estate, and you've got to have business, and you've got to have assets that create. An asset is not your house, because your house isn't making money for you. An asset is something that's making money for you, and all this stuff. And he would use simple nursery rhymes to make his points, like the Three Little Pigs, and what are you building your house out of, and all this other stuff. I could have sworn that guy and Trump came out with a book together at some point. And I don't know why no one's ever talked about that, because it's all about being leveraged up to your eyeballs, and the super simplicity of Trump's message. It's like, fine, if you couldn't be in real estate, why not invest for other people? You pull yourself together, get a job. Oh, and now they're really coming at it. All these spikes coming off the eclipse here, it almost feels like they're going inward on him from every side. Okay. Base of the reading. Those D women, those D Democrats, they think they've won, they think they've got all this power. Those B word, blah, 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 blah. They don't have the Senate, they can't pass anything. They can't impeach me, they can't blah, 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 blah. I am the great Donald Trump. This is how he sees himself. Young and strong and with just a massive excess of wondrous golden locks of hair. And they're treating poor Trumpy Wumpy so badly. Near future. Requests for information. Request. They're going to ask for the tax returns? What information is this? Because that's the big one. Trump raging. absolutely raging. Ripping up paper. I think he was throwing things, grinding his teeth. Well, that happens when you're a tweaker. Did I say that out loud? Yes. I really honestly think he's snorting Adderall. That's my opinion. Shows all the signs. What is this? Oh. Okay. Is that just the sum? It doesn't feel like it's the sum total. It feels like that is something specific. That is something specific. I just feel like I should pull another card on it. Cooking the books. There was a story a while back where somebody was trying to find out what had happened with a particular property that Trump had been in charge of. And the more they dug, there were hints there might have been a second set of books. It gives the people against him a strong case. He's been cooking the books. Trump.org. Builder of great buildings. Ah, you mean cooker of books. That's just ding. And they're gonna ask for a lot of stuff that hits, but that's the big one. Because it shows what a real sham he is. Yeah, but that's okay. Let's see what else is here. Home environment. Ooh. Hello. It's just in justice, everybody. Just in time justice. In the home environment. Make space, Trump, hoping that his victory, his great victory as president, will protect him. Other people see the money. Yeah, it's... Ooh. Final outcome. They're going to take Mar-a-Lago. That's what that feels like. All this stuff with the cookbooks, it also involves a Kushner. This is the strain between Ivanka and Jared. This is the Javanka strain. And all of his, it feels like, oh, I did not want a mental image of his tighty whities or whatever. No, this, it feels like all of his dirty laundry is going to be on display. All right, you can't trust him, you can't trust him. All right, well, if he's been cooking books and they can prove it and show that he's a fraud and a con man, okay, great. But why the urgency? What would the Trumpaloon do? Why was I getting that over and over and over and over? Can't trust him, you can't trust him. Yeah. And the sky is mostly blue. Power of the government being taken away from him. Being taken... all of his... it feels like all of his power just draining away. I know that's the sun, that's light, but it feels like all of his power just being taken away from him. Until he has nothing. No foundation, which they shut. No company, no presidency, no... Junior might go to jail. We know Melania's gonna leave. And even people who want to help him, to him that's a pittance, because he's a billionaire. They made things up. They made up that I'm not, that... Alright, okay, so that's raging. That's him raging. Oh, that hurts. Oh, this is the hit that hurts, because this gets to the heart of his narcissism. And one of the mental disorders, being a sociopath or being a psychopath, they have trouble feeling. So when you do something and it goes well and you get that reward, they don't get that as much. So from an early age, they find other means, or as they go along, they find other means to get that sense of reward. And quite often it will be money. The more money I have, the more successful I am. But, oh, this hurts him. This hurts him. Okay. Inconsolable. That's what that is. I can just see his fury. His absolute fury. They're pulling him into some kind of trial or grand jury, or they're pulling him into something with everything, all these scams he's had going, and his business was a scam. And he's just looking down his nose. I'm the president. I was the president. I'll always be the president. I'll always have that. Someone's like, and the keeper of his secrets. This card comes up often, his secrets, but the keeper of his secrets, run a graph. She's coming into court. He's going to have nothing. He's going to be left absolutely nothing. And things were so nice, and yuck, he loves Ivanka. And like I've said before, to a Trump, being poor is worse than going to jail. So what is he going to do? That's temperance. I'd be a fool to be temperate. I mean, what is... What secrets could he offer Putin to get safe passage into Russia? If he can declassify anything, that would be declassified. He wouldn't even be in trouble legally. They could pass laws later and say it's not legal. But if he can declassify anything, what's to stop him from bribing his way into Russia? Is Trump going to try to sell secrets or information to get himself to safety and keep himself rich? Decisions. Other people making decisions. Is it something Putin would want to go forward with? Mueller. Mueller's right there. Ooh, and he's mad. He is not a happy Mueller. Ooh, do not get Silent Bob angry. Because he speaks softly, or not at all, and he's carrying, yeah, that's not a walking stick. In his case against Trump is already stone solid. Emperor going down. I'm seeing people at Fox News in my head. Their jaws are just dropping. Their jaws are just dropping. Kushner, what I'm getting, Kushner has sold secrets, has sold stuff overseas that he shouldn't have. I'm getting so is Trump. That they've been in bed all along with people they shouldn't have, and it's all going to be examined in vivid, just every last little tiny detail. So you can't trust him. The longer he's in the presidency, the more stuff he is, or can, but it probably is, feels like is siphoning out. It's starting to read like a spy novel. It's like the worst James Bond movie ever. To try to get himself safe passage? Really? I can hear it. It's like in my head, he's asking Putin for too much. He's asking Putin for too much. Giuliani can't help him. Giuliani can't help Trump. Trump's relationship with possibly teenagers? He's taken advantage of people, women. Insult on top of injury. And America and Mueller are saying, enough. Can't trust Trump because he is... Okay, this sounds far-fetched, and I'm a card reader. I like a good conspiracy theories. I like a good conspiracy theory as much as the next person, but this is moving information, getting to certain people. When the Russians came into the Oval Office and Trump was saying, he mentioned something about the signal only, the super ultra mega extreme top secret information that he just handed to the Russians. That's what I'm getting. I'll have to read on it again. I don't know. I'll have to read on it again. I'll think about this. I'll have to I'll read on it again. But that's what's coming up. He is selling out the country because to him, he has no patriotism. If whatever patriotism he feels is just about money. It's just about American money. It's not about America. All right. Well, that's the weirdness I'm getting. I'll read on it again, and we'll see what happens. All right. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I really do. And your kind comments, they really mean a lot to me. Thank you. There's the Zen kitty. There's a little heating vent. Yes, right there. He just is all curled up against it. Oh, he's so good. Yes, he is. Good kid. Good kid. Good kid.